over a dozen cancer drugs are currently in short supply across the country, according to the FDA, prompting doctors to make difficult decisions about how they treat their patients. National correspondent Stephanie Sandoval spoke with doctors about what this could mean for cancer patients and how to stop a shortage like this from happening again.
These shortages have been going on for several weeks now. Doctors started hearing about the drug shortages back in early April. Drug shortages aren't anything new and can have detrimental outcomes. There are talks, though, at the federal level on how to prevent drug shortages from happening. Key chemotherapy drugs are under shortage. The list has grown to 14, according to the FDA, and doctors are sounding the alarm.
These are life-threatening shortages. Some hospitals are completely out.
Dr. Eleonora Toplinski, an oncologist based out of New Jersey, treats women with breast and gynecologic cancer. One of the drugs in short supply is called carboplatin, often used to treat breast cancer, as well as ovarian cancer, uterine cancer, and lung cancer. She says she's fortunate that her hospital still has the drug, but she worries it might not last. Some hospitals are having to ration their supply and delay treatment for some patients, which could be life-threatening.
To tell a patient that we have this great treatment and it's going to work, but we can't give it to you because it's in short supply is really, I think, one of the hardest things.
Drug shortages are nothing new. Drugs are under a shortage all the time. But according to a report from the Senate Committee on Homeland Security and Governmental Affairs, drug shortages are at a record high. The report says new drug shortages increased by nearly 30% between 2021 and 2022.
We have not seen a shortage like this on this scale, at least in the last 10 years that I can recall.
Clinical trials that depend on these drugs could also be put at risk.
How is that going to impact the data if we can't give patients the drug that they need? So the repercussions are really immense.
Doctors are also asking why. Why are these drug shortages happening? Dr. Arif Kamal with the American Cancer Society told Scripps News newer drugs don't generally face drug shortages. It's the tried and true drugs that eventually come off patent, which then allows other companies to produce generic versions, bringing in new competition, hurting the original maker's bottom line, incentivizing companies to make newer drugs instead, reducing production on the less profitable ones.
What is not clear is as a drug comes off patent, what is the strategy to ensure that there's a continued uninterrupted supply chain of drug that aligns with the economic incentives that a manufacturer would need to ensure that exists?
That'll require action from Congress. Angels for Change, an advocacy group whose mission is to end drug shortages, gave testimony in a hearing last month before the House Energy and Commerce Committee. During the hearing, Laura Bray, the organization's founder, said transparency is needed to prevent drug shortages from happening.
This marketplace is deeply fragmented. Everyone, I think, talked about transparency today. We do need transparency. There's gaps in knowledge, and until we have a clear picture, we can't address the right solutions for the right problems.
She also says collaboration is needed.
It includes the FDA, it includes the supply chain members, it includes the manufacturers and the hospitals. How do we align our incentives to get as many patients the needed drugs that they deserve? And that's, the one message I want to say. We need to be connected and collaborate, but then there needs to be tools of connectivity so we can scale.
And there's still no word on when exactly these shortages will end. In a statement, the FDA told me while it can't require a pharmaceutical company to make a drug and make more of it, it's working with multiple manufacturers and others in the supply chain to understand what's going on so it can help reduce the impact these shortages have. It also added manufacturers expect drug supply to increase in the near future. Stephanie Sandoval, Scripps News.